The Jeffrey Epstein saga just got a lot darker. Just when it seemed the story couldn't get any more disturbing, a new trove of evidence has surfaced, threatening to upend everything we thought we knew. The House Oversight Committee has released 20,000 pages of documents from Epstein's estate. This is one of the largest public disclosures in recent memory, and it's sending shockwaves through Washington and beyond. That's more than the entire Harry Potter series, except this is a grim archive of manipulation, power, and depravity. Each page is a potential clue, a piece of a puzzle that's haunted investigators and the public for years. These aren't just receipts and flight manifests. They're the breadcrumbs of a sprawling operation, meticulously documented and now exposed for the world to see. We're talking emails, financial records, and internal communications that reveal Epstein's world after his 2008 sweetheart deal. The documents show how he continued to operate, shielded by money and influence, even after his supposed fall from grace. The documents show Epstein was no outcast. He was still pulling strings, managing his reputation, and leveraging his network of powerful associates. He maintained connections with politicians, business leaders, and celebrities, all while keeping his activities shrouded in secrecy. This release is both a blessing and a curse. An unprecedented look into a criminal enterprise, but the sheer volume makes it easy for crucial details to get lost. Sifting through this mountain of evidence is a daunting task, even for seasoned investigators. Journalists are digging through the haystack, and what they're finding is shaking American politics. The timing is crucial. With every new revelation, the pressure mounts for those in power to answer for their connections and actions. This isn't just about a dead predator. It's about the living ecosystem of enablers who let him thrive. The documents hint at a web of complicity, where silence and favors were traded for protection. The documents are a roadmap of complicity, leading straight to some of the world's most powerful people. Each name, each transaction, each email is a thread in a much larger tapestry of corruption. And among those names, one stands out: Donald J. Trump. His connection to Epstein has long been the subject of speculation, but now, the evidence is in black and white. The conversation has shifted from past associations to present-day accountability. Legal experts, activists, and the public are demanding answers, and the pressure for transparency has never been higher. America is facing a reckoning that's been long overdue. The truth is finally coming to light, and the nation must decide how to confront the legacy of Epstein and those who enabled him. Now, the main event, the emails that have rocked the political world and sent shockwaves through the highest levels of government. These aren't just rumors or speculation. These are documented exchanges, the kind of evidence that can upend careers and rewrite history. The contents are explosive, and the implications are staggering. One email from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell states bluntly, "Donald Trump knew about the girls." The language is chilling in its directness, leaving little room for doubt or misinterpretation. It's a rare, unfiltered glimpse into the inner workings of a secretive world, and it's all there in black and white. This isn't rumor, it's a direct statement from Epstein, linking Trump to the central crime. For years, speculation swirled, but this is the first time we see Epstein himself putting Trump at the heart of the scandal. In his own words, it shatters the narrative that Trump was just an oblivious acquaintance. Instead, it paints a picture of someone who was not only aware, but possibly complicit, and certainly far more involved than he ever admitted publicly. The phrase "the girls" is a clear reference to underage victims. It's a phrase that has come up again and again in court documents, survivor testimonies, and now, in these damning emails. The evidence is mounting, and the context is impossible to ignore. Another email, this time to former Harvard President Larry Summers, reads, "None as bad as Trump. I am the one able to take him down." This isn't just gossip, it's a declaration of intent, a warning, and a threat all at once. Epstein saw Trump as dangerous and believed he held the ultimate leverage. The power dynamics at play here are staggering, with each man holding secrets that could destroy the other. Their relationship wasn't friendship, it was mutual blackmail. Every interaction was a calculated move. A high-stakes game where trust was non-existent and betrayal was always a possibility. The documents show their connection continued long after their supposed falling out. Despite public claims of distance, the paper trail tells a different story, one of ongoing contact and shared secrets. Epstein spent Thanksgiving 2017 near Mar-a-Lago and tried to pass messages to Russian officials ahead of Trump summits. The timing is suspicious, the intent even more so, raising questions about international intrigue and back-channel communications. This wasn't a clean break, it was a toxic, ongoing bond. Even as their public relationship soured, the private connections remain, fueled by secrets and mutual distrust. What emerges is a picture of two compromised men, bound by secrets and distrust. Their fates intertwined, each holding information that could ruin the other, locked in a dangerous dance of power and paranoia. The evidence is damning, and impossible to ignore. As more details come to light, the world is left to grapple with the true extent of their connection and the far-reaching consequences that may follow. Epstein's secrets didn't stay hidden on their own. He had help from powerful friends in the media. The documents reveal some journalists weren't just reporting, they were helping Epstein manage the story. Michael Wolff, known for his Trump exposés, allegedly advised Epstein on how to use his secrets about Trump. Instead of exposing a predator, Wolff became a strategist for one. Another case, a New York Times writer was given photos of Trump on a plane with girls in bikinis, evidence that could have blown the story open. The photos were never published. The story was killed. Why? Was it lack of proof, or a deliberate choice to protect the powerful? This pattern of media complicity explains how Epstein maintained his respectability for so long. The real scandal isn't just what was reported, it's what was buried. Amid the darkness, Congress is showing rare unity. A bipartisan bill, led by Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie, demands the Department of Justice release the entire, unredacted Epstein-Maxwell case file. This isn't about a few more documents, it's about unlocking the whole vault flight logs, Epstein's black book, witness interviews, and DOJ communications. The bill was forced to a vote by a discharge petition, bypassing party leadership. The final signature came from Democrat Adelita Grijalva, triggering a mandatory vote. This is a direct challenge to the secrecy that's protected Epstein's network for years. The bill declares the public's right to know outweighs the powerful's desire for secrecy. For once, Congress is demanding real accountability. The most surprising twist in this unfolding story: some of Trump's staunchest Republican allies are now leading the charge for transparency, breaking ranks in a way few expected. Thomas Massie and Lauren Boebert, usually loyal to Trump, have signed the petition and refuse to back down, even after personal pressure from Trump himself to fall in line. Boebert stood her ground, choosing transparency and accountability over party loyalty, despite intense criticism from some colleagues. Up to 50 Republicans are now expected to support the bill, creating a veto-proof majority that could force action. This rebellion shows the Epstein scandal transcends party lines. It's about right versus wrong, not just political games. For these Republicans, justice and truth matter more than protecting a political leader or maintaining party unity. The split isolates Trump, making his defense look increasingly desperate and out of touch. When your own party demands the truth, it's no longer a partisan witch hunt, it's a reckoning that can't be ignored. So how does the Trump White House respond to the mounting allegations and public outcry? With total denial and a strategy that's become all too familiar in recent years. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt steps up to the podium and calls it the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, lumping the scandal in with other so-called conspiracies, dismissing it as just another wild story cooked up by political enemies and the media. The strategy is clear: ignore the evidence, attack the messengers, and refuse to engage with the substance of the allegations. Instead, the White House tells its supporters to trust only them, to believe only what comes from official channels, and to dismiss everything else as fake news. It's not about counter-evidence. There isn't any credible rebuttal offered. It's about political tribalism, muddying the waters, and making it impossible for the public to know what's real. This is classic Trump: aggressive denials, personal attacks, and a relentless barrage of chaos designed to exhaust the public and wear down critics. The goal isn't to win on facts or to provide clarity, but to create confusion, undermine trust, and discredit the institutions and journalists exposing the truth. But this time, the evidence is overwhelming and impossible to ignore. Calling the Epstein scandal a hoax is not just misleading, it's absurd, and it insults the intelligence of the American public. Most Americans see through the smokescreen, recognizing the seriousness of the allegations and the need for accountability. The tactic may energize Trump's most loyal base, fueling their distrust of the media and political opponents. But it alienates everyone else, deepening the divide and eroding faith in our institutions. In the end, it paints a picture of a president willing to gaslight the nation, distort reality, and do whatever it takes to avoid accountability, even if it means undermining democracy itself. As the pressure mounts, the response from some quarters has turned increasingly dangerous and unpredictable. Judges, prosecutors, and lawmakers connected to the case are now facing threats and intimidation on a regular basis. This isn't just political hardball, it's a direct attack on the rule of law and the foundations of our justice system. When officials fear for their safety, the pursuit of justice is deeply compromised and undermined. The rhetoric from the top only fuels this climate, signaling to extremists that investigators are now enemies. This isn't hypothetical or exaggerated, it's happening right now, in real time. The weaponization of fear is designed to silence, intimidate, and obstruct justice at every turn. The fight for the Epstein files is about more than past crimes, it's about defending the very integrity of the justice system itself. At its core, this is about transparency and justice. The fight to release the Epstein files is a battle for the soul of American democracy. For Epstein's victims, this isn't politics, it's a quest for justice after decades of being silenced. Releasing these files is the least we can do to honor their courage and hold abusers accountable. The bipartisan push in Congress proves this issue transcends politics. It's a test of whether our representatives can put country over party. Transparency isn't just about the past. It's about protecting the future. By exposing the network that enabled Epstein, we make it harder for predators to operate in the shadows. The release of the Epstein files is just the beginning of a long overdue reckoning. Justice, though delayed, must not be denied.